Greetings, Eric Bakker, naturopath from New Zealand, author of Candida Crusher. Thanks for checking out my video. Water kefir or dairy kefir? What's better? What are you currently making? I've looked at many websites just now and checked out YouTube videos, had a good bit of a think about kefir. Kefir is something I tried to make a long time ago. I personally don't like kefir. I'm a sauerkraut guy. I'm a kraut guy. I like sauerkraut. Probably because my grandma used to make it and I grew up with the taste of that nice cabbagey sort of nice piece of sausage and a piece of sauerkraut I love. So I don't really care what kind of cultured or fermented food you eat. I think it's important to pick something that you like to eat, that you desire to eat. Not that you think, oh, it tastes so sour and like crap, but I have to eat it because I was told to eat it. Don't eat something you don't love. What's the bloody point? It's like trying to wear a dress that you hate the color of, or trying to be with someone, you know, that you're supposed to be with because your parents like that guy or woman, but you don't like them. You only get somewhere in life, I believe, by really enjoying something, you know, that you're doing, or someone you're with, or the food you're eating. And if you've got a desire for something and you love the taste of it with the food, it means, in my opinion, you're going to digest it better. It's going to suit you better. So I like sauerkraut. So you might like kefir. That's fine by me. But what's better? Water kefir? Dairy kefir? Well, water kefir is something that some people start out with because it's simple. They just get the kefir grains, they get like fruit juice, or they might get coconut water or coconut milk. You know, I would consume water kefir, a non-dairy kefir. If you look at the origins of kefir going back a long time ago, you know, I think it was near the Caspian Sea and the Caucasus Mountains. I think it's in Southeast Asia somewhere. Could be West Asia or East Asia, but it's near the Black Sea, I think. It's probably near Russia or one of those Slavic countries. And it's a bit like kumis and yogurt and these sorts of like kind of foods. When people made them originally, they used to keep them in bladders or skins of animals. And they found, and I think that's how yogurt basically started. I think they were kept in like sheep's bladders and like hung on the backs of camels or animals that were walking around the desert. So a natural fermentation took place. But with kefir, the grains got put in bags and hung. I was just reading on Wikipedia, interesting, hung in doorways. So when people would walk past the doorway, the bag would get bumped, which would like mix the, you know, the kefir and, you know, to keep it well mixed. I personally find water kefir quite strong. Now you've got to be careful with water kefir. If you're going to use a fruit juice, for example, if it's not fermented properly, it could have a bit of an alcohol content about it. And also it could not be properly fermented, which could give you a bit more sugar than you would like in that product, which could actually make your candida worse. So water kefir can certainly make candida worse. And I've had many patients contact me saying, I read in your book that you said to take kefir and I did it and I felt like crap. I'm feeling much worse. So if you make kefir, make darn well sure that you know how to make kefir, okay? I think there are many people at home who don't make these foods properly, and they end up in a worse position than they were in when they started. I think milk kefir is better. You're getting the added benefit of calcium and magnesium and the minerals. If you use a raw milk especially, unpasteurized, you know, with all the junk in it that the farmers have to put in there. And the chemicals, you know, they put the teats on the cows and they've got to put them in iodine or in different solutions to clean them, and then animals get injections and chemicals and all that junk. So you're better off having a free-range, organic or biodynamic milk as a starting point. That makes premium kefir. Okay, I've tasted that kind of kefir and it is amazing how good it tastes. So if you're going to use dairy products for kefir, please use a good starting material. Use an organic or biodynamic, a Demeter certified or certified bio-grow kind of a product. Right? Raw milk tastes beautiful. I'm no fan personally of dairy products. I mean, I've had milk occasionally, but I sort of don't really feel the need to drink milk in my diet. But when it comes to yogurt or a cultured food like that, I do like it. So let's go back to the dairy. As I mentioned, you've got the additional minerals in there that you might necessarily get in the water kefir. They've also found through research that the dairy kefir contains up to 3-4 times more bacteria than the water kefir. You're getting also different types of streptococci. I think you're getting about 25 types of lactobacillus. One thing I haven't found with kefir is bifidobacteria. You don't really get that in these kind of foods. But lactobacillus is what a lot of people don't have sufficient of anyway, especially because it inhabits the small intestine where you really need these bacteria. So water kefir or dairy, I think the dairy kefir is a better kefir. But if you've got candida, coconut kefir, super. because you've got the capric acid, the caprylic acid, you've got about 100 different minerals in that coconut. And also, I think it actually ferments better than the fruit juice does. So it gives you a better quality product, less chance of sugar in it, antifungal activity. So what should you do now? Now you're all confused, aren't you? Should you do water kefir, fruit kefir, coconut kefir if you've got Candida? If you haven't got Candida and you've done a stool test and you've got bad bacteria there or some parasites you want to conquer, dairy kefir. But it's got to be made properly. That's the big thing. If it's not made properly, you're buggered. Okay? Well, that's what we say in Australia, where I come from. You're buggered. So, because that means you could be literally creating a problem internally with something that you're eating. And then you want to come to me saying, well, you told me to have kefir, but since I started it, I'm feeling a lot worse. So think about that for a moment. If you're feeling worse on a food like kefir, back off. Remake it. Get a batch from somebody else. Try that to see if that works. Always start these foods slowly into your diet, okay? I've had some patients who will drink 4 or 5 cups of kefir. They'll drink it all day long. The first week they make it. And then they feel terrible. Think about it. Common sense? You know my thought on common sense. Click on the link below if you haven't already grabbed my article. And don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for tuning in.